What's the haps? I'm John, aka Meroka, and welcome to Spiel. So I'm at 170 subs, hooray! Doesn't seem like that long ago I said 150, so that's pretty cool. It's just not a great number, it's just a fairly round number. It's not a very round number. 200 would be great. I shall have to do some sort of giveaway again at 200, I guess. I'm not going to keep giving stuff away forever, though. They'll bankrupt me. But I shall support you guys supporting me by giving you things. Anyway, pet food time is what time it is today. It's pet food. This thing has not grown too much since last week. I haven't had too much time to play this, mainly because I've been devoting all my playtime to trying to burn through, I don't know, this game we released called Clan Wars, Worms Clan Wars. Yeah, that's... People on the forums, on the Steam forums, keep saying, "How do I beat this level?" I'm like, I don't know. I haven't finished the game yet myself. Right, what are we feeding this guy? 4-star stuff? Are we still on the 4-star? That's. I really resent feeding him 5-star materials. I really do. No, he's going to continue to eat 4-star stuff, and he's just going to level up slowly. So he'll get there eventually. One day, maybe. Got some rocky cores. Them, he likes them as well. Delicious rocky cores. Some slow progress. So we are in Jade Knight Tier 3 on Elite difficulty because I'm stupid, and this is a frost level if you hadn't gathered from the snow falling all around. So let's forge on in and shoot some not gremlins, fiends. This is a fiend stratum. No, it's a frost stratum. It's a fiend floor. That's where we are at. And Gorgos, good start. Gluttonous Gorgos. Oh god, it's on Elite. Oh, why am I doing Fiends on Elite? That was a really silly idea. Why did I do that? Sinful brew though, tasty. Anyway, so yeah, Worms Clan Wars. How about that? If you wanted to play against me at Worms Clan Wars, if you owned Worms Clan Wars and had gone out and bought and supported indie developers and things, there was a play against the devs scenario going on yesterday. That was a lot of fun. Had to work late for it, but they put free pizza on, and hey, free pizza for working late playing games. Can't be too bad, right? So that was a lot of fun. I think we'll be running more of those in the future, so I would say buy Clan Wars and keep an eye out for that, because they are quite fun. Going to one really close match with me and one of my colleagues, 2v1 against some other guy. It was balanced though. It was 4v4. He had 4 worms and we had 2 each. And I was knocked out really early, and he just got a really solid position in the corner and just kept sort of throwing grenades halfway across the map and firing bazookas, and it went sudden death and we lost anyway, so that's how good we are at our own game. Oh god. Why won't you all die? Freaking fiends. Oh, what? From behind? You can't throw snowballs from behind. It's cheaty. So, oh yeah, that means it's that's the Clan Wars news of the week, I guess. So it must be time for Spiral Knights news. If I don't die in the first room of this floor, good lord. Okay, let's see if we can kill this guy and get some hearts out of him. Nope, I'll die. That's what's going to happen. This floor might not go well. So, Spiral Knights news, yes. What was it? Last week I failed to mention, and surprised I didn't get called out on, because there are people who like calling me out on missing things. You know who you are. The prize boxes, they're doing the prize box promotion. That is now thoroughly over. If you missed it, you missed it. Sorry, whoops, should have told you about that. If you watch my other series, I think I mentioned it on that, so maybe that counts. So which way is that going? Okay. No, it's going the wrong way. Flip it so it goes that way. That's right. Other big news, moderate news, not sort of news, kind of vaguely news. Three Rings are teasing Torto drones over on their social news feeds. A couple of screenshots, which I will likely put up on the screen about now. probably something that if you play the game reasonably regularly, you might well have spotted by now. I haven't actually seen them myself, but they seem to be fairly common. Other people have spotted them, taking screenshots of them. The old Tortodrones are sort of making a reappearance since the pets have been added. There are a couple of them appearing in their own little scenario rooms, and, well, call it foreshadowing, shall we? It's pretty obvious where that's gonna go, I think. So yeah, at some point in the nearish future, one can likely expect to see the return of Tortodrones. If you are not an old hat at the game and aren't familiar with Tortodrones actually are before my time. They were only in beta. I started playing after the game launched. They are a old sort of boss, mini-boss kind of thing. I don't think they were a fully fledged boss. I think they were just a mini-boss. That was only available in beta, and they dropped the, I forget what it's called. There's a 4-star shield that looks like like a turtle shell, surprisingly enough, and it dropped that and a recipe for the 5-star upgrade. So that was pretty cool, but then they took that out really early on. Whether it's going to keep the same loot, or whether they're going to overhaul it, add it as an entirely new boss, what they're going to do with it, can't possibly say. I have no idea. Ow, jeez, fricka. Fine. Get hearted, will ya? This thing's not as effective on elite difficulty. You can one-shot everything. Oh god. It's also not auto-aiming as effectively as I might like. Jeez, give me some hearts. You're not gonna give me some hearts. Fine, you all suck. Hate fiends. So yeah, Tortodrones should be coming back in the, oh god, nearest future. Seriously, I should have brought my Barbarous Thorn blade or something. Cause ow! The gun's just no use. It's ridiculous. Should just be able to stab things in the face. Oh god. Now he's doing that. Oh god, has the other one revived him? I think one of them's revived the other one. Jeez. And they're both in a freaking AoE heal deal. So they're both getting double healed. That's just like ultimate worst case scenario. I can't win. I cannot. No. Get out of here. I'm not bothering with that room anymore. Go away, room. You suck. You utterly suck. So anyway, let's have a topic, shall we? So last week that'll come in handy. I will probably need that. Last week I did touch on how I feel about the old working for the old Team 17, and how I'm still kind of, oh no, not more Gorgos and healers. There are too many healers for a Fiend Stratum. Floor, whatever. I don't even care anymore. Oh, so they die in one shot. What? What makes them so special? I said that I was sort of still a bit sort of mind blown. Oh my god, I'm working for a game developer. How can this be? This is crazy. And it didn't quite dawn on me at the time, but that is a concept I'm kind of familiar with. I've heard of it before in creative circles, and I just happened to be reading Reddit, as I do, later that evening, and found an article on Impostor Syndrome, which is, like I say, that's a thing I've heard of before, and it's mostly sort of like indie game developers on Twitter and stuff that have mentioned that, like, oh, I feel like such a fraud, because it's also known as fraud syndrome. And oddly enough, Timing was like, hang on, that's exactly what I've just been talking about, and sums up exactly how I feel about my life right now. If you're not familiar with the idea, can I release one of these groups? I think I can. If you're not familiar with the idea of Impostor Syndrome is successful people feeling like they don't deserve to be successful. Which kind of, yeah, that's pretty on the money there. Because I'm like, how have I got into my dream job when I have no useful skills at all? It's basically what I feel like. And the idea is that you feel like everything you've gained in your life, any success you've got, is predominantly attributed to either fortunate timing or good luck, or whether intentionally or otherwise, deceiving people. And the idea is not necessarily that you have intentionally deceived people, but quite often you feel like my work's not up to scratch. I'm living a lie. I'm telling people I'm awesome, and they're believing me, and somehow I'm getting away with this, and I'm just keep doing this, and everyone's going, "Oh my God, you're awesome," and you're like, well, I can't keep this up forever. Sooner or later, someone's going to call me out on it and say, "Hang on, you're not really that awesome. How long can I keep this up? This is this is all deception," and yeah, that's pretty much what I'm feeling. I'm going to go with yellow. I mean, I've been told I should get the purple ones because then I can trade them away. That involves trading, and then I have to talk to people and talking to people. Go on, fine. All right. I'll find a time to talk to someone at some point, maybe. Okay. Ooh, arena. That's always fun. Yeah, we like arenas. Great, wonderful. So yeah, it's kind of. I've heard that a lot from people in indie circles, like people who've got games that are not necessarily huge but moderately successful. Like, how is our game? Octodad. Octodad's a great one because that started out as a student project. That started out as a group of students making a university project for their final university degree, what have you, and they released that game as like a free demo on their website or whatever, and suddenly it's blown up into this crazy huge thing that's going to be on the PS4 shortly, for crying out loud. And occasionally you'll get Phil, who's their, face of Octodad, I guess, that keeps going like, this is crazy, how the heck did this happen? It's in a space of a few years, it's turned from we're finishing our university degree into we're launching a very hotly anticipated title on PS4. I mean, obviously, nowhere near that level for me, but I feel out of my depth. That's where I'm at. The article I found was on some little blog that I forget the name of. Ooh, he can be fed more things. Let's feed him more things. That's not what I wanted though. I wanted gear because I want to find out what am I fighting? Gate map, please. It's constructs. So my sword's good. Or is it? Should I take my Polaris instead of the voltage? No, I think I just need to change my shield, don't I? Let's just change out the shield. Bingo! Right, that's a loadout we can get behind. Yeah, that'll do me nice. So yeah, it had a few good quotes on that thing as well. That it's like you can relate to that really well if you've experienced this. And I think it's a likelihood that some people will have experienced this because I think it's quite a common thing. Ow, good start. There's Maya Angelou. Fairly notable person. You may have heard of her. She wrote quite a lot of books, did a lot of poetry. I know the name, but don't know the works. It's kind of where I am for her. But it's like, okay, famous person. It's basically what that falls under for me. Maya Angelou. I have written 11 books, but each time I think, uh-oh, they're going to find out now. I've run a game on everyone, and they're going to find me out. It's like, yeah, that pretty much sums it up. I've just been deceiving everyone and going, oh yeah, I'm really freaking awesome at what I do, and I'm not really, and now someone's going to actually sooner or later go, hang on, you're not as awesome as you said you were. But I don't know. I just don't know. I mean, good, one's dead. Oh, don't you are not to revive him. Get back. No revives. Right. Oh, hello. Right. Let's get some hearts up in this joint. Ow. Ow. Can I go somewhere and pop a pill? Yes, I can. Woo. Okay. So, where was I? I'm 2 tenths from the arena. was a silly undertaking to do when I'm trying to do a deep topic. I should have picked an easy level. So let's try and take out. Let's take a pill and try and take out these guys. So I got less bullets flying in my face. Oh, nope. I can see you swinging at me. So, yeah, my Angelou, I think they're going to catch me out. So even these are hugely successful people that think that they're going to get caught out. And yeah, I know that feeling that I'm deceiving people. And it's kind of your work, you don't feel like your work is worth merit. And somehow you're lying to everyone about how awesome you are. But they're saying, oh, you are awesome. And you're like, I'm not. I mean, anybody who's spoken to me in-game at any point probably realizes that much. Because the amount of times people are going, oh my god, you're really awesome. And I'm like, what the heck? All I do is talk into a microphone for half an hour a week. What's awesome about that? Any Muppet can do that, you know. Okay, we're going to have to throw down some hearts. Try and get something out of you guys. Right, you are going to have to stop healing because you're a nuisance. And no! Screen focus. Gets me every time. I've turned my sensitivity down. It shouldn't be doing that. Bam. Right, you're out. Okay, just you two to deal with. Another quote. Meryl Streep. I have heard of Meryl Streep. I'm familiar with her. Well, I'm not particularly familiar with her work as an actress, but I'm aware that she is an actress. She does these things called films. And the quote is, "Why would anyone want to see me again in a movie? I don't know how to act. Why am I doing this?" Just like Meryl Streep saying this, you know, famous actress. I don't know how to act. Why am I doing this? I think most people would disagree on that point. Oh my god. It's all over. This is it. Game over, guys. Jeez. Oh! I really wish they'd stop doing that, because that's not fun. I should have brought that shadow sword. I was thinking I need to bring a shadow sword, and I didn't. Brilliant. Brilliant. I need that heart. I need that heart. More than you could possibly imagine. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. And that's it. I got a lot of them. Fine. Jeez, whatever. You could feck off as well. Would you stop dodging? Oh. Right. No heals. No heals. No heals allowed. Jeez. Everything wants to kill me. Everything in this game. Including the players. And the strangers. And the snipes. And the cats. So, you'll note that the two quotes I got there are from women, and most of the articles I've read on this seem to sort of be in agreement that, for the most part, it's kind of a phenomenon associated with people who society has, perhaps historically, maybe not so much these days, but kind of expected not to do so well in life and achieve things. Certainly women, if successful women in business and things, sort of, it's like women should be at home cooking. I mean, no, they shouldn't, but you know, they got these sort of outdated ideas, and they still pervade through culture in today's world, and obviously it's ingrained mentality. Some women will think, well, I'm nothing can be good enough. I've got something to prove. I need to prove that women can be a successful businessman, and they're gonna. I'm not good enough. I'm a fraud. I'm going to be caught out soon. Green's no good. Apparently, not particularly aware of any notable examples of this. I don't think, but apparently, yeah, I'm not carrying on. Although that's so much better. Maybe I should carry on. Should I do? Should I carry on or go face evilness and hope it's changed by the time I've carried on? Let's carry on. At least this way I get my emergency revive back. So yeah, black people apparently get this a lot. I'm not personally aware of any black people that have gone, oh, I'm such a fraud, but I'm sure there are plenty of examples, otherwise this research would not be suggesting it was. Also common in graduates and academics, I believe. Graduates, yeah, I can believe that, because that's roughly where I am in life. I've not held down a decent, not held down, but I've not had a decent job since I graduated. This almost feels like the first proper, graduate position that I might have, and so it's that idea that have I got the right gear for the floor? No, I want the shadow shield back on, don't I? And let's just check, see if he wants feeding. He didn't get hungry from that last floor. It was an underwhelming floor. So yeah, the graduates thing, yeah, it's kind of I've just finished university or college or what have you. Pick your turn depending on region, and my work's not up to scratch. I'm not as good as all my peers. Maybe perhaps your peers have been out in the industry for like 10 years, but still, you're still comparing yourself to them because you're working alongside them, and so you hold yourself up to them as some kind of yardstick. And switch? Is there a switch somewhere? What am I missing? Oh, under here? Not under here. Tomb? Oh, this. Yeah, there we go. I was hidden in the shadows, man. I'm not blind. Not blind at all. I was hidden in the shadows. Hi, zombies! And cat. Away. So, yeah, that's probably where that falls for me. I mean, I've just joined a company where I am now surrounded all day, every day by really talented coders and artists and things, and well, a lot of them are kind of my age as well, especially there's a few coders that are like sort of mid-20s, and they're like, every time I go past their desks, they're poring over pages and pages of code and working really intently. The artists are constantly creating something really friggin' awesome, and all the QA guys work harder than I've known many people work in my life. They're there late, many days a week. They're there all the freaking time. The other marketing guys, I don't know, they're not often there actually. They're often gallivanting off doing important things, I don't doubt. And then there's me, and I almost feel like my work's like slacking off by comparison, because the stuff I've got is like, oh, deal with queries on the Steam forums. So what I'm doing all day is I'm sitting reading the Steam forums, and it's like basically talking about video games, which is stuff that I do at home, and I don't tend to think of it as a talent. It's just what I do. It's kind of my life. It's not a skill. It's just a thing I do. But I don't know. I guess there must be some value in it. Otherwise, they wouldn't be asking me to do it. And there's a lot of support queries. I realise that people do appreciate when the developers actually talk to them. There's a degree of appreciation from people there. Like, oh my god, the developers are talking to me. Great. Can you help me with my things? I have 3 pills, don't I? I should probably eat one of them. Would probably be a good move. Good career decision, as it were. And I don't think it was that article per se. It may have been something else I looked up on the matter, but there's another one that suggested that if you got a job, if you got any degree of sort of skilled job that requires you to be able to do stuff or have certain knowledge or be able to perform certain duties, that you wouldn't have been hired for that job if you weren't capable of doing that job. You wouldn't have the job if you were no good at it. They wouldn't have hired you in the first place. They hired you because they knew you were competent at it. And as much as I want to go with that and go, yeah, okay, that's fine. Right, clearly, boss knows best. He's hired me because I am the best man for the job. There's still a degree of thought there that's going, well, am I? This does seem trivial. It seems like something anybody could do. Why me specifically? I also don't genuinely feel like I'm totally contributing a lot of particular value to the company compared to what stuff like a coder or the QA are doing. The QA are fixing stuff. Coders are, you know, actually making the game. Artists are making all the great artwork that goes into the game. There's all that, and hey, fire crystals. And I just feel like, well, what value am I adding? Oh, I now really recognise it's a degree of customer support and sort of feedback, and it's marketing. It's creating a good impression. It's making people. It's helping people trust that the company is actually there and, you know, listening to them. People like to know that their feedback's being taken on board. And I'm there to make sure that people know that. But I just feel like it's a job that anybody could do. It's not a big deal. And there's so much more better stuff like video work I'm okay with. When I'm doing the video work, it's like, well that's pretty much one of my main skills. Dang it all. I should have pilled. Really should have pilled. Never mind. Emergency revives are there for a reason. Because I'm a derp. That's why they're there. That's the reason. And so yeah, when I'm doing the video work, it's like, well, not everybody in the company is going to know how to video edit. This is stuff that coders might not be able to do. Coders might be very talented coders, but would they know their way around Adobe Premiere? No, probably not. Would anyone in art know their way around Adobe Premiere? Good chance, probably not. It is a thing that I can do that the others can't, which it's kind of, you have to take that on board. You have to look at your skills and see what you can bring that other people can't. To actually make you realize that maybe you are slightly valuable. But then when I'm not doing the video work, I'm like, well, I need to be doing more video work. And actually, quite frankly, when I compare my video work to other people's stuff, like past trailers and stuff, I'm like, well, they've all got fancy special effects and things in there, and mine is literally just bare bones basics. It's as fancy as I end up doing on my own videos, really, which is not terribly fancy. I mean, if you want to see fancy, I would say go watch Generic B's channel. Generic B tends to do these fancy sort of flashy animated intros. I don't think it's not like 3D animation or anything. I think it's likely done in After Effects is probably the main suspect for that one. One of my video editing colleagues says motion is the best one for that, but I think that's an Apple only thing, so that's kind of no use to me. So yeah, what I could really stand to do is learn After Effects, and then my videos might look flashy into a reasonably professional standard, I think. Because that's what I feel is letting me down on the old. I don't want greens or blues on the old video front. I mean, they're nice, but like I say, every time I make one, I'm like, someone's gonna say all of my videos look exactly the same, and they'll be right because they do. Because I don't know how to do anything other than bare bones basics in Premiere, and well, it certainly looks passable, and it'll do for a simple trailer or promo video. They can't. All of Team 17's videos from now till the end of time can't all look like that. Sooner or later, I'm gonna have to make something that looks a bit flashier than that, and I don't know how to do that. I mean, for example, the Worms Clan Wars trailer, which I did not make. It was made by whom I don't know, but shortly before I arrived at the company, there was a trailer for Worms Clan Wars went up, and most of the cuts are similar to what I would do, but all the text is, they got these fancy 3D model looking text effects, and they've got like the Clan Wars sort of emblem, the grenade on the shield sort of crashing into the middle of the text every time. And it's like, well, that looks cool. I was like, I wouldn't have a freaking clue how you do that. I don't know. So that's something I need to learn. I'm thinking, certainly one good piece of advice that has come out of these articles is that a good way to prove that you are up to the job is just to challenge yourself. If you keep challenging yourself and doing more and better stuff, you can prove to yourself that you are worth the work that you do. So I think I'm going to have to take fire, cat. I'm going to have to ask to do more advanced work, I think, and say, okay, Steam forums, great, but can I do something more, please, guys? I want to be challenged. I want to really help Team 17 here, because I think I'm kind of a little bit worried that after 3 months, probation period's up, it's going to be right, okay, great, thanks for joining the team so long and thanks for all the fish. We needed you for the launch of this game, but now that the game's launched, it's all quieting down, there's nothing for you to do, bye, see you later. And I'm like, what? Whoa, I thought this was going to be longer. That's what I'm absolutely terrified is going to happen. And I really want to contribute more to the company, but I can't see how what I'm currently contributing can be a long-term thing. So I need to find my place in the company and what I'm doing. And that's going to have to be next week because all the other marketing have fecked off to Gamescom. Lucky devils they are, hanging out in Germany, talking to video games people about video games, and it's probably awesome and I'm not there. So that sucks. Maybe Eurogamer, I might get to go to Eurogamer next month if I'm lucky. One other thing to note, Red Shirt, which I mentioned before as the awesome Facebook simulator in science fiction parody land which is it's Spacebook is what it is. That game is now available in early access beta over on redshirt.com. You should probably go check that. I think it's Red Shirt. Maybe Red Shirt or Red Shirt the game. Look up Google Red Shirt the game. I'm sure you'll find it. And that's totally worth checking out. Go pick that up. It's going to be great. So that's all for today. Isn't it, Pixel? That's everything, right? Bah. So please do like this video if you like this video. Give me a thumbs up. That helps out a bunch. Please subscribe if you're not already. I'm liking how many people have subscribed recently, but it can always be more. There is no limit. Otherwise, that would have stifled a lot of channels a lot earlier, I presume, if there were a limit. No, subscribers are great. I love meeting you guys. And questions? Questions are always great. If you've got any questions for me, please do leave them in the comments below, and I will get around to answering them in the coming weeks. So thank you very much for watching. I've been Meroka. This has been Pixel. Who isn't going to say goodbye, is he? Pixel the antisocial cat. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.